October 18th was the day it finally began. An event that many in the Fortnite community look forward to. A yearly tradition had finally arrived. The highly anticipated Fortnitemares update. Since 2017, Fortnite has done a yearly Halloween event that adds or unvaults a bunch of stuff that usually shakes up the game in a spooky way. After the No Sweat Summer event failed to impress many had their hopes up for Fortnitemares, and were excited to see if it could change up the game for a couple of weeks. So did Fortnitemares 2022 impress the community? It's the Fortnite community. Of course it didn't. They were complaining 2 minutes after the update rolled out. But that doesn't matter, because I'm here to judge and review this year's Fortnitemares event. Welcome to the Fortnitemares 2022 review. Before we start reviewing any of the skins, rewards, or what the missions were, I think we should review the most important thing when it comes to seasonal events like this: gameplay changes. Before I say or start critiquing anything, I just want to say I'm extremely grateful to the devs. This is a free game we're all playing, and all these new guns, weapons, and map changes don't require a single penny for you to fully experience and enjoy. And the fact that it's been like this since Battle Royale's dropped is amazing. I just want to say thank you to the devs for basically doing all this for free, especially since some games that receive continued support and cost money to play don't receive half the updates we get in a month. With all that said, gameplay changes were meh this year. Not bad or barely there like No Sweat Summer, but just okay. We got some expected things like candy in a loot pool, pumpkin launchers, zombies, and places being decorated like a Halloween store. And we even got some new things added like Grim Gables, zombie chickens, and most importantly, the Howler Claws. I love these things. They're basically the Wolverine Mythics, and I have no problem with that. They're the exact type of wacky and chaotic weapon I like in this game. Despite all of the new and unvaulted things, there were two weapons that were noticeably missing: the witch brooms and scythes. The scythes technically returned, we'll talk about that in a minute, but the witch room just never made an appearance, which was odd. I definitely wouldn't be opposed to it, even if it was a fast escape option for players, since it would only be around for a couple of weeks. But I guess Fortnite just didn't want to bring them back. Oh well. Something they did bring back was one of the best things ever: Horde Rush. I love this LTM, especially with a full squad. It's just so fun trying to go for a high score to beat your friend's scores, trying to upgrade your loot while constantly getting chased by zombies, and trying to defeat this big boss with stupidly overpowered attacks. It's strategic chaos. However, Fortnite didn't just bring back the regular Horde Rush mode. They brought it back with a twist. Instead of the normal building enabled Horde Rush mode, we got a zero builds version of it. This was obviously to capitalize off the success of zero builds, and I honestly can't tell if it's a better version of the game. Like zero builds, it has its benefits and downsides. Like, I enjoy the challenge of having to use natural cover to guard against the zombies and needing to find ways to scale the terrain without building. But at the same time, it does get annoying when your whole team dies because there's no way to scale a goddamn mountain without losing an insane amount of health. Or when you're fighting the boss and the circle gets too small and closes out all the buildings, or the boss just destroys all of them. Like, it's more immersive, but at the cost of more annoyance. We did get some unvaults here, like the drum shotgun, sight, auto shotgun, stinger SMGs, and a couple more. Overall, I'm glad Horde Rush mode returned. Just wish we were given the option to choose whether we wanted building or not, and not being forced to play a zero builds version of it. When it comes to gameplay changes to Battle Royale, they were okay. Chrome seemed to have no effect on this year's Fortnitemares event, even though that would have been a fun idea, and the map was already kind of spooky themed without Fortnitemares. So I think the map overall felt more seasonal compared to something like No Sweat Summer. With all that said, let's get to something the large part of the community cares for: the cosmetics. Quick note, I will only be talking about the skins and emotes in the item shop, and not the free rewards giving away. I will cover those when they come up during the challenge section. Fortnite decided to start this year's Fortnitemares right by releasing the old skins over the month of October, and not just at one time. We got a lot of old Halloween skins returned to the item shop and even got their own tab before we even received news of Fortnitemares. We even got 2 new Halloween skins before the Fortnitemares update came out, that being the Sinister Glare and Undying Sorrow skins. These were the Concept Royale winners from earlier this year, and like Fortnite usually does when it comes to fan-made skins, they did an amazing job translating these concepts into actual skins. These look amazing, and I think they fit the Halloween vibe perfectly, especially the hand guy. However, only a couple days later, we would receive the Fortnitemares update, and we would get to see our first look at the brand new Halloween skins for this year. Well, the update rolled out, and my first impressions were okay. None of them really blew me away, if I'm being honest, especially on the collab side. The first 2 skins we had the opportunity to buy were actually available in the shop right after the update, and they were our first collab for this Fortnitemares. Now, was it Jason, Freddy, Ghostface, Michael, or Chucky? Nope, it was Summer and Mr. Meseeks. Okay, it's cool to see that Rick and Morty would still be collabing with Fortnite, and it was nice to finally see Morty back, but why? Like, do these two really scream Halloween or spooky? In my opinion, they do not at all. They're so whatever. It was clear this was done to promote the new season of Rick and Morty, but I just would have preferred we got them at another time, because man, do they not fit at all. They're good skins, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think they should have been Fortnitemares skins, if you understand. While those guys may have been a bad start for the skins we would receive, the next one was perfect. Ash Williams from Evil Dead is a perfect collab skin for Fortnitemares. He's from an iconic horror movie. He's well known, and he definitely fits the spooky vibe. I personally didn't buy him because I haven't seen Evil Dead, and I only really want his emote, but I don't feel like buying the pack. But this was a collab I have no issues with, and I think was perfect. So after a collab that didn't feel like it fit the Halloween season, and a collab that perfectly fit the Halloween season, what would be the next collab? Absolutely nothing. I get that a large part of the community is tired of collabs, but they get people talking about the game and keep speculation going. I personally love collabs, especially during the holidays where you can see to expect some iconic characters from said holiday. And to only get these 3 was a bit disappointing, but maybe that meant the original skins would be amazing, and they were skins to say the least. The first skin we got was Vivica Sate. She came in a pack that costed money and came with missions to get V-Bucks. I like this pack, and I bought it, mostly for the V-Bucks. I think she looks cool, her whip pickaxe is awesome, and I'm glad we got a vampire themed skin. I think this is our first vampire skin if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. The next skin to come out was Bone Jam, and I like him. Haven't bought him since I just don't see myself using him much, but I really like what they did with his hair and how goofy he looks. After him was Ava, a really cool skin and concept. Her rep changes depending on what style you are, and her second style is just so unique. I honestly think this is a really good skin, but I just haven't bought it because I'm kind of low on V-Bucks, but I definitely would if I could. The day after her, we got Abyss. She has a goofy pickaxe and those eyes kind of freak me out, but she looks fine. It isn't a Fortnite event without a reskin, and we got that with Jacko Assassin. He looks like a white painted version of Jack Gordon, and his pickaxe is literally just Star One. This one isn't great and should have been a style or free. And our last item shop skin was Remy. He's one of the skins to say the least. I don't really have much to say about this one besides, okay, that's literally all I have to say about it. And those were our Halloween skins for this year. On the collab side, it wasn't great. We didn't even get to see old Halloween collabs come back like Ghostbusters or Walking Dead, and the original skins weren't anything above average. I'm glad they're not the traditional type of scary and horror like zombies and skeletons. We got a bit of body horror actually, but I can see the disappointment that most of the community felt. None of these really stand out, and that sucks. Cosmetics are what makes an event, but I honestly think they're a negative here. This is a mediocre lineup with some high highs and some pretty bad lows. We did get an amazing emote. This is my favorite thing from this Fortnitemares, and it's the Monster Mash emote. Come on, how could you not love this emote? It's great. Despite the disappointing skins though, there was something that I always look forward to, the missions. It's fun to log in every day and complete a small mission and receive small rewards and just feel like you have something to work towards that isn't the battle pass. So let's go over to the missions. The first day of missions when it comes to events like this is basically Fortnite's excuse of forcing players to try out all the new mechanics that the event has to offer. I kind of accidentally did both of the first day's quests off screen, but they weren't anything that complicated. Both missions just involved the Howler Claws. The first quest was to perform the dance ritual that was needed to get the claws, and the second one was to simply attack someone while Wolfson was active. And both just granted 15k XP. Day 2 came, and it started something I like to call Fortnite Mission Hell. I'll show you what happens when a mission tells you to land at a certain location. I heavily considered uninstalling the game right then and there, but I didn't. I completed my second mission, which was to simply search chests at Grim Gables, Reality Tree, or Nobi Cabin. For defeating the big, dumb, sneaky idiot boss, you got a banner. Hooray. And for opening chests, you got 15k XP. After the hell I went through on the second day, I was hoping the third day wouldn't be anything too complicated. And thankfully, it wasn't. All we had to do was dance with the Chromepunk NPC and eat 3 of the 0-point pretzels, which cannot be healthy for you. I made my way towards where Chromepunk was, and looted up before some random dude tried to shoot at us. I did spot someone dancing with Chromepunk, but I ain't no asshole, so I let my man do his dance and wait until he left before I made my way over there. After dancing in front of my boy, I bought some of the pretzels from him, and to whichever Fortnite dev made it so he sold pretzels, I love you. And the quest was done in one simple and sweet game. While both quests just gave out XP, you did have enough to unlock the Chrome Glider, which should have been in the battle pass, I'm just saying, but I digress. Day 4 asked us to pop some chicken and zombie heads, and to dig up tombstones, my specialty. First game went great, thanks for asking. Game 2, I managed to kill a couple of chickens and dig up 1 tombstone, but some players saw me doing the quest, so you know how that went. And by the third game, I had managed to find the last couple of zombies I needed and dig enough tombstones before I met my end. The zombie mission gave us XP like usual, but the tombstone quest did give us a music pack that goes with the boss kit, so that's cool. Before we go to the next day, I know some of you might be asking, but Joe 504, I didn't have any of those quests. I had completely different ones for my first couple of days. Yeah, I know. For whatever reason, Fortnite disabled the Howler Claws due to issues, which meant you couldn't do any of the quests related to them, and you had to do replacement quests. Okay, back to the vid. Day 5 decided to bring us back hell, because it asked us to once again land at a specific location and interact with an NPC. This time at Nobi Cabin, and we had to purchase a shotgun there and to deal shotgun damage there, or at a couple of other random locations as well. I managed to buy the shotgun and then proceeded to do as one does during the seasonal quest, die. However, I think I was fed up at this point, and I wanted to let my evil self show. I decided to land at Nobi Cabin again, fully knowing I can get some free kills for the shotgun challenge, but instead of being the badass no-life sweat I thought I was gonna be, I ended up just getting into a Looney Tunes episode with this Spider-Gwen. We got some XP. Day 6 brought us to simpler times, because all we had to do was ring doorbells for candy and destroy household furniture. The doorbell quest was easy to do at Greasy, and while it took me some time to find the haunted furniture, I completed both these missions in one game, a rarity. While the doorbell quest may have just been XP, we did get this chrome contrail for the furniture quest, which was cool. Still think it should have been in the battle pass. On day 7, I got the spray for some random online quests that were going on at this time. It isn't relevant. What is relevant was that there were 2 new quests going on at this time. We had to purchase an item from Color Screen Leader and destroy objects with a rocket launcher. I don't even want to talk about the first game. Second game did go well, despite the aura skin doing what aura players do best and ruining the fun. Yet I still managed to buy some things before dying. For the second mission, I'm gonna be honest, I plan on doing this one off screen, but accidentally did it while trying to test if Storm Surge was real. So yippee. Both quests just gave out the usual XP, but you did have enough missions to get the back bling, which goes really good with Xenomorph. Day 8 officially marked 1 week since Fortnitemares began. So what did Fortnite do to celebrate? They gave us another quest that required us to land at one location and kill a boss, unvaulted fucking crash pads, and delay the unvault of planes for no apparent reason. This was fucking pathetic. No items relating to Fortnitemares like the broom or sights, just fucking crash pad. Ugh. The first quest of the day required us to throw candy at a car, typical Fortnite player activity, and defeat Willow the boss. I gave up on my first attempt, I'm not gonna lie, but something unexpected happened on my second attempt. After landing there and attempting to loot, I realized that it wasn't worth the fight since there were like 100 zombies and the boss was starting to freak me out because of the darkness and the way she kept swinging that axe. So I decided to just go heal and loot and then come back and hopefully no one would kill her. But that bitch was following me with that spooky face and that axe. I didn't have the health or ammo to fight her, so I just tried to run. But she seemed to be just as fast as me, because after she left me at 6 health, I had to fight back because F it. And somehow, with my last 2 shotgun pellets, I managed to kill her and complete the quest. All that for some XP. Day 9 asked us to destroy 5 jack-o'-lanterns and read 5 goofy gravestones. But silly Fortnite, it's day 9, not day 5. Here, I'll show you how to count. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Didn't get it? Let me do it again. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For completing the gravestone quest, you got XP, but for the pumpkin quest, you got a zombie chicken spray. Worth it. It's day 10, and I'm gonna be honest, I did this quest off screen on purpose. Do you really need to see a Fortnite character eating jelly beans and peppermints just so you can gain some XP? No, you don't. Day 11 was a simple, peaceful one. Honking a horn at Nobi Cabin and Grim Gables and dancing next to a lit campfire. I even made sure to hit that campfire with a monster mash. You already know what the campfire quest gave you, but you got this cool loading screen for honking your horn. Day 12 asked us to get groovy. For today's mission, both required emotes. emoting, which seemed to be a theme for this event. Like the mythic for this event, you had to perform a dance ritual. The wolf boss NPC whole gimmick is dancing and music, and the trailer was mainly focused on dancing. Just something I thought I would point out. Anyways, the first mission was to dance within 30 meters of an enemy. That was pretty simple. Just hit him with a default dance. The second mission was to dance while chromed at Grim Gables, Nobi's Cabin, or Willow's Haunt. I did this at Grim Gables and hit the monster mash. While both quests just gave out 15k XP, some people apparently unlocked the pickaxe that needed 25 quests, even though there were only 24 quests available. I was not one of those people. And we are at the final day, day 13. Day 13 gave us the best missions ever. You want to know why they were the best? Because both of them required Guaco to do it. The first quest required you to dance in front of an NPC for 10 seconds. And guess who's an NPC? And then you had to transform into a prop 3 times. And guess who also sold that? This is why Guaco is the best. While both quests were just 15k XP again, you finally had enough missions to complete 25 missions and get the chrome pickaxe. And once again, it should have been in the battle pass. But wait, because we actually had 2 more missions given out on the final day of Fortnitemares. The official final day, day 14. So for the final day, you'd think you would receive something cool or fitting. Maybe the emote from the dance ritual or the wolf head from the claws as a back bling. Nope. 15k XP and it was as easy as 1, 2, 3. So that was Fortnitemares, and yikes. I'm crazy mixed on it. I'll start with the positives, like trying to decorate places, giving us jump scare zombies, Grim Gables, and bringing back Horde Rush. Those were some fun things that actually changed up the gaming experience. Same thing could be said with the pumpkin launchers and Howler Claws. However, my biggest problem is going to be the same one I had with No Sweat Summer, which is that you have to go out of your way to experience these. Like we had jump scare zombies, but only at the spooky places like Willow's Hut or Grim Gables. We had spooky decorations, but only at one part of a certain location, and even then, it was just a jack-o'-lantern. We had new mythics and weapons, but they were hidden away from all the popular landing places. I think at this point, Fortnite is just too scared to change the meta of the entire game, even if it's only for 2 weeks. Like, is it a coincidence that places like Rocky or Tilted didn't receive any major changes? Because those are some of the most popular drop spots, and they can't dare change how it looks because the competitive scene might complain. But hey, Fortnite, make a separate mode just for competitive players. Oh wait! Another one of my big problems is that Chrome seemed to have no effect on this Fortnitemares. We had small teasers of it with the crew pack loading screen, but we ended up just getting nothing. Come on, Fortnite. It would have been perfect. Considering how much of a spooky vibe the island already had before Fortnitemares, I think the best way to describe this event is missed potential. We had so many opportunities for potentially amazing ideas to be implemented, yet we saw none of that. Maybe you can use the excuse that Fortnite is saving their efforts for something huge like Creative 2.0 or Chapter 5, but I don't know, dude. When events like this are so lackluster, it hurts my enjoyment for this game and doesn't really make me hype for future events or plans. I guess I'll end with this. It was better than No Sweat Summer because the more I think about that event, the more it sucks. I'm hoping the Christmas event is better, but I kind of doubt at this point. I guess we'll see at the end of this year. Also, the rewards sucked. Making your 3 main rewards only a glider, backbling, and pickaxe is lame. And releasing the free Halloween skin after the event was even lamer. Okay, that's all. See ya.